Brilliant. Yes.
That was awesome.
Thank you. Well done.
Fill that brush up with hair.
There we go. Good riding.
How happy am I?
Well done. You want to get a picture of Sarah?
Oh, I was trying to get it orange. Well, that ruined it. All hail Queen Bella! Wait, I know what to do.
No. Please. Oh, Bella! Okay, you're being a unicorn anyway. Aren't you? What's the unicorn?
Dad, I'm a unicorn! I'm my dream animal. I've always wanted to be a unicorn.
Oh, beautiful. You are actually a unicorn. You look wonderful, don't you?
Yes, I know.
Who did that?
Me!
Oh, excellent.
You did it yourself.
We done slime as well?
Not yet.
Oh,
Bella.
are you going to get that off? Bella was diagnosed 4 years ago. Can't let it hit you like a train. It really, really hits you because suddenly your life is changing forever, as is theirs. And then this whole new door opens up which you've never experienced before.
I really feel for parents. Often by the time they get to somewhere like us, they are absolutely exhausted. They're at their wits' end. The children have often, really been struggling at school, sometimes actually been expelled from school. They just don't know where else to go. So when they come to us, they're probably on the edge a little bit, if I'm honest.
And having two is very, very difficult because Sam is order, calm, and everything has to be in its place. His room is tidy, it has to be down to the minute with routine, and nothing changes. With Bella, it's like chaos, utter chaos, two different ends of the spectrum. And she also has PDA, which is any kind of instruction or demand that you give her, she will go into meltdown. And that is very difficult to manage. She loves us both equally, but Mum's her safe person, whereas I'm more of the person who she'll take out her frustrations on and have a meltdowns with and be the reason that things have gone wrong. Oh!
I think he's got it.
It hurts, it hurts your feelings. You feel that you can't do anything right sometimes. And I know a lot of people feel like that generally, but when you're being punched and things thrown at you and told that you're better off dead and things like this, it really does get to you. But there's got to be those two polar opposites for them to cope.
It was both our idea.
Aye, I thought it might be.
By bringing children and their families out to the farm and back to nature, working with a reactionary animal, the horse, we can make significant impacts on the child's and family's lives. Just by standing next to a pony and patting it can reduce anxiety levels and calm the child. And then this enables much clearer communication between the family and the children, and then the dynamic between the horse.
Fantastic, good girl. Well done.
They come not knowing if this is going to be another thing that's not going to work, wondering if the horses are going to like it, is it going to have the answers for them. So they're really looking. So they come actually with a lot of fear and a lot of hope, probably hand in hand, really.
You kind of think, how does this work? How can a horse teach me how I can interact or be with my children? It just doesn't figure until you get in the field with them. And then, oh my God, it's like an absolute revelation.
When a horse is approached by a child on the spectrum, authentic and natural, the horse can respond accordingly to their body language and emotions. If the child is anxious, nervous or happy, these feelings will be shown authentically, and the horse can be with the child no matter how they are feeling. However, when a parent joins in, the dynamic can often change. Sometimes parents can be trying to mask their true emotions, saying they aren't afraid or they are fine, when actually they are worried or unsure about what is coming next. When a parent does this, the horse will feel unsafe and try to reflect this back, sometimes moving away until the parent can honour their true feelings. Once the parent can accept their emotions, the horse can accept them in return.
We got Sam and Bella on a mentoring programme. We didn't have Bella diagnosed at that time. We had Sam diagnosed, but we brought her on as a sibling because we thought it would be good for them to both try and bond.
And she's now gone on to becoming one of our volunteers, so that is massive. She's our youngest volunteer, she's like 9.
Bella took to it straight away.
Show it off now. Can you stop with her? Gorgeous. Very nice.
But Sam was a real struggle, and he vowed he would never ride a horse. He'd never get on one. He'd groom them and everything like this. And then suddenly it clicked. He suddenly changed. From one week to the next, he suddenly changed, and he rode Riley for the first time, and it was such a breakthrough for him and for us that it's like, oh my Lord, he's suddenly, we can see a way forward here.
Bella and Sam, both of them. Sam was a completely different child before he came here, but they're both just coming on leaps and bounds. It's actually amazing. We never ever thought that they'd be where they are today. Honestly, it's amazing.
As she'll speak up in a group of adults now, she holds her own, she's now teaching other children.
It makes her feel confident, and she can speak out now. She's not afraid to say when things are bothering her. Whereas going back 2 or 3 years, she was just a closed box and you couldn't get in at all.
Although she acts very tough, she is very anxious, and it's really helped you be a bit braver with things, hasn't it?
I think I want to show people what I've been through and help them through it.
You know, in there is a beautiful person with a beautiful heart who has a life ahead of them, and they can achieve whatever they want to achieve. We just have to do it in a slightly different way.
And you should be very proud of yourself and your brother.
I always am.
Oh, look, that was sudden. Oh, they're perfect size for you. That's so cool.
Hey girls.
What's that?
That's you.
It's Bella. It's you, Bella.
That's Bella. That's Bella. Unicorn all the way. You won't remember that cottage we went to, there you are.
Wait, was it where I did the dancing with Phoebe and Olivia?
No, that one is... Look, that's it.
Oh,
on
that's
it.
What's that?
Your 2 front teeth have gone.
I wish I was young again. I want to be the stage again.
Oh, really? Yeah, we were a lovely little lady. Awesome, eh?
No, we're going on the trampoline.
Have a lovely time. Yeah, it's difficult. It's hard as parents. It's even harder for the child who's got the autism. But it's not something you should go, oh no, that's horrible. And, oh, you've got autism. You've got autism. That's what's making you who you are. Should be someone completely different if it wasn't for autism. After we had Sam diagnosed, we went through the grieving process, which was awful, and we thought we're not going to do that again, because it's not something you should grieve about. It's something you should accept and be happy about, and just take on board and own it, because it's not going to change. It's with them for the rest of their lives, so it's part of them. So that's why we don't look at it as something that should be a negative, and I think that's the problem with the world today, that they see any kind of mental illness as a negative. there's no right or wrong way to deal with any of this at all. It's a learning curve every day, and there's no books that are written that give you this is how to deal with autism or this is how to deal with PDA. There's guidelines, but you do it for the best way that suits you, and you just got to ride it and take the rough with the smooth and love the person for who they are. Just enjoy it. Still your children.